What's going on, guys? My name's Corrupt and welcome to my Town Hall 11 upgrade guide. This guide is going to help you guys understand what you guys can upgrade first in terms of the defenses and buildings, and then we'll also talk about the lab later on in the video. So I will leave a timestamp down below if you guys want to go ahead and take a look at that. It'll be in the description of the video if you guys want to go ahead and take a look at the laboratory upgrades that I would suggest. And here we go. We're going to be talking about what you guys should be upgrading first in terms of the buildings and other things like the army and also the defenses. So the first thing that you could probably do is maybe get the pack. And again, you're going to be spending some money, but you're not going to be spending any resources to get these. The first thing is getting all of your upgrades, because you really want to make sure that you get everything new and you upgrade that to Town Hall 10. So that's really important. That should be step one of any Town Hall. Get everything new and get everything upgraded to that specific Town Hall. But you really want to make sure that you get everything new. So this includes these two buildings. We're going to talk about the Eagle a little bit later, where you guys should be upgrading it to level 2 at. But the next thing is really upgrading your heroes. You really want to make sure that in between all of your upgrades, you're upgrading your heroes. Heroes are really important. You guys really want to make sure that you guys upgrade these heroes so that then you guys can start using them, especially with war attacks where they become a little bit better and you can definitely hit those max bases, whether you're doing farming or you're doing war. Now, I would definitely say this, if you guys want to go ahead and see more of this, let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see more of this style of content, or you guys want to go ahead and see like a specific attack strategy video or any other topic in terms of Clash. So let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see next on the channel. And the next thing that we're going to be talking about here is going to be the Clan Castle. Clan Castle does not get an extra capacity in terms of troop space. However, they get an extra capacity in spell space. This allows you to now hold 2 free spells, let's say, or you can hold 1 rage. It's up to you, but that is definitely something that you guys should not pass up. It's definitely worth upgrading. The next thing is upgrading your storages. It's pretty obvious that you would need to upgrade these. I mean, the max capacity now is going to be 10 million. So making sure that you upgrade all of this is really important. So really make sure that you guys do this for one of your first few upgrades before you actually start doing this. Now, the next thing is going to be going into the army. Now, there's a lot of different army buildings here. This also includes your spell factories if you haven't upgraded them yet. However, as far as that goes, you really want to make sure that you upgrade your army camps and your laboratory first. Those two are really big in terms of upgrading, because your laboratory will get your troops better, and then also that the army camps will allow you to hold more. So you really want to make sure that you do that. Now, the other things that you can upgrade is your Elixir Barrack and your Dark Barrack. The Elixir Barracks allow you to get the Electro Dragons, and those are really still very, very useful. But also you can get the Ice Golems from the Dark Barrack. Ice Golems are pretty good in terms of war, maybe not for farming, but Electro Dragons I would definitely say yes. So again, it's up to you. Do you want to get all of the new troops first, along with your army, and then just go from there? Now that should be all of the upgrades there, and now we can start to move into the defensive upgrades. Now, I would start out with your cannons and your archer towers. These two buildings come in mass. So, you get a ton of cannons and you get a ton of archer towers. I believe it's 7 cannons and 8 archer towers. So, it's really important that you guys upgrade these first. And because these have 2 levels, upgrade them one at a time. Don't try to upgrade them both to level 15 immediately. Try to do it at least to level 14, wait until they're all level 14, and then go up to level 15. It's just an easier way of upgrading these, and you're not spending more resources to get one upgrade to level 15 after 14. So you really want to make sure that you do that. The next upgrade is going to be your your Teslas and your air defenses. These buildings are really good because they're really anti-air and they are extremely good to upgrade. Just because, again, they keep your war weight low, and again, all these really keep your war weight low, but these really do keep your war weight low. Now, at this point, you can do the following things. You can either do this. You can either upgrade your Expos, or you can upgrade your Eagle. Now, why am I saying the Eagle? And the main reason is because the Eagle will allow you to have that defensive power more so, and mainly because of the damage that the Eagle does. Now, it's up to you on exactly what you want to do, but I would definitely say that the Eagle is going to be placed here in terms of, you know, what you guys want to upgrade. And I would definitely say Expos and Eagle should be your next upgrades. Eagle does not really provide that much in terms of war weight, so you are going to be completely fine to upgrade them. Then I would say after those two, or even if you want to have this after Wizard Towers, you can. But again, I would definitely say that it's up to you on if you want to upgrade this first or if you want to upgrade this a little bit later. I would definitely say though that you guys should be upgrading this as soon as maybe about your Expos are done. So I would definitely say that. Wizard Towers should be next, just because, again, Wizard Towers are very good. You get 5 of them, and it can really make a Drag Bat or a Pekka Bat really difficult if you place them in areas where you can't get them all in mass. So you really want to make sure that you can really upgrade these, because they do become a lot more useful the more you upgrade them, especially since, you know, they do a lot of splash damage, unlike the mortar or whatever, but you guys can really make sure that you guys can upgrade them, because they are still definitely a strong defense, along with traps like giant bombs and also, you know, air bombs for against loons and giant bombs against hogs. Just make sure that you're upgrading your traps periodically as well. If you haven't maxed them out, then I would highly encourage that you max them out, just because realistically, you know, you really want to have those max traps. You should have them at least. Now, the last few upgrades are going to be the air sweepers, the Inferno, the bomb tower, and the mortars. Now, you can see with me, I haven't upgraded my Infernos, but this is the point where you can start upgrading them to level 4 and 5. You can probably upgrade them to level 4 after the air sweepers, and then upgrade them to level 5 after, you know, right after air sweepers. So it's something to keep in mind. Now, as far as I would say, air sweepers are still really important, so I would upgrade them just because this offers you a tad bit more in terms of value. And then upgrading the multi-infernos and the single infernos, but just the inferno in general, you guys can really upgrade those so that then you can get, you know, them to level 5 and let them be stronger. Something really important. I would just say here, because they do offer quite a bit of war weight, definitely making sure that they're one of the last few upgrades is really important. Make sure that you guys can really 3-star against those, because if you can't, then I would say hold off on them, just because then you're going to be able to practice against different bases, and you really want to make sure that you can 3-star bases that have multi-infernos at max. So you really want to make sure that you guys do that. Now, the next 2 defenses are definitely nothing to scoff at. You probably already know this from Town Hall 10. Bomb towers and mortars are just definitely your last few upgrades. They don't really do all too much, and both of these defenses both have 2 levels to complete. You can see that mine are level, I believe this is level 5, they can go up to level 6, and the mortars can go up to level 10. Mine right now is going up to level 9 before it starts to go up to level 10. I'm working on these before the multi-infernos that I have, just because obviously I can't 3-star against max multi-infernos. However, once I can do that at a consistent basis, I will start to upgrade them. At some point I will, even if I can't 3-star them, but it's definitely still something that you guys should really think about. But that is all of the defenses. I would say that there's really no trap upgrade guide. I would just say upgrade them at will. They're just all very good to upgrade in general. So I hope that this sort of gives you an idea of exactly what you guys should be upgrading in terms of your army buildings and also your defensive buildings. But now we're going to be moving on to the laboratory, and we're going to be talking to you guys about how to, or what you guys should be upgrading first, whether you're a farming player or a war player, in terms of, you know, like the laboratory. So you really want to make sure that you guys don't miss that. And let's go ahead and take a look at it. So we're going to first talk about the Elixir Troops before we move into the Dark Elixir Troops, and then the spells and all of that. So the first thing that I would upgrade, and it's all a tie between wherever your first, thing is to upgrade here in the lab, is going to be either the Loon, the Dragon, or the Miner. Those three are very good, especially since the Loon can be started to be upgraded in terms of a Lava Loon or Drag Bat. Dragons are good in Drag Bat attacks, and Miners are just good for farming and for war. So they're such a great unit to upgrade. I've seen a lot for Queen Charge Miner, and I've also seen it with just Mass Miner farming and even Mass Miner in war. So again, it's a very good troop to upgrade, and I would highly encourage that you guys do any of those first. Now the next one that I would upgrade is most likely going to be your healers. Healers are able to be upgraded to level 5, and I'm going to say this, healers are definitely worth upgrading, because if you're going to do a Queen Walk or a Queen Charge, having those healers at max is going to help big time. So I would highly encourage that you guys upgrade those. Next, I would actually upgrade maybe your Barbarians, Archers, your Giants, your Wall Breakers, your Wizards. I would feel like you guys can upgrade any of those if you wish. I would definitely say try to focus on a war army, or if you guys like to farm with a specific army, like let's say Miners or Queen Walk Miners, you may want to upgrade your healers and your Miners first. So again, it's really up to you. I would definitely say though that once you get your war armies max, so I would say that the strongest Town Hall 11 attacks right now in terms of Elixir, I would say upgrade your Electro Dragons, your Dragons, your Loons, your Healers, your P.E.K.K.A.s, your Baby Dragons, and your Miners, along with your Loons, obviously. All the other farm troops can be upgraded over time. If you're more focused on war, then you guys can really do that. And for farming, you can really upgrade your Electro Dragons, your Miners, and your Dragons even as well, and your Loons going in, because Dragbat is still also very good for farming. It's really, really good. I mean, any of these war attacks, especially like Mass Electro Dragon and just using the Dragbat, is just so good for farming. Just because, Dragbat, it just uses just a little bit of Dark Elixir, but not too much. So it's definitely a really good troop composition to bring. Now, in terms of Dark Elixir, it determines on whether or not which ones you use. And I would say Ice Golem is probably the best one to upgrade. It's pretty cheap, and it doesn't really take all too long. It's a very good troop to upgrade. I mean, if you look at it from its stats here, that it's pretty much worth to upgrade. I mean, you get 5.5 seconds of freeze time when destroyed. That means that it really gives you some more value if you use it on offense. So it's really something important. Just remember, the Ice Golem's range when it dies is big. So you really want to make sure that you probably upgrade that to get a lot of good value. But if I were me, I would upgrade my Lava Hounds and then your minions. Having a max Lava Loon is probably the best thing, because you can just do spam Lava Loon and it is a lot of fun. I used it early on in Town Hall 11 and it is very good for farming. I would say the next troop in terms of Dark Elixir is gonna be your Bowlers. Bowler farming is also really good. If you have no use for Dark Elixir, I would definitely encourage that you guys use Mass Bowler. I've seen it last time from Judo Sloth and a few other YouTubers who did do videos on that in the past, but definitely that's probably a very fun army, very easy to use, and you guys can really steamroll a lot of either dead bases or even live bases. I usually like to hit dead bases because they have a lot of loot, and just hitting with Mass Bowler is really good. So having those bowlers at level 3 can really help. I would say another thing is to upgrade the witches, especially if you guys like to play around with Bow Witch. It's a really good troop composition and really an attack strategy in general. So definitely upgrading the witches. I mean, witches with Frozen Witch and Bat Slap are insanely strong. So definitely it's worth upgrading them. Now the next 3 is going to be Hog, Valkyrie, and the Golem. And those 3 can be upgraded whenever. If you're not comfortable with Hogs, then maybe you want to upgrade them last. If you're not comfortable with Falcon, then you may not want to upgrade those. Golem is an You guys can either upgrade them or not. Again, it's really up to you. The golems just get that tad bit stronger and they do it just a little bit more damage when destroyed. So you really want to just make sure that you guys think about, do you really want to upgrade the golem? Am I using hogs, or am I using like a kill squad lava loon that isn't just like a queen charge, or am I using a bow witch that has golems? Then again, it's really up to you. You could even bring it in bow witch attacks. Surprise, surprise. So it's really something to kind of consider. Now, let's start moving into the spells. And I'm going to say this. Now, I would definitely say you can upgrade your free spells, you can upgrade your clone. I believe you already get to upgrade the other 3 spells that you get. So the jump, obviously, I think you can upgrade. No, I think you do get this at Town Hall 11. So the jump is definitely, you know, it's not really worth it, in my opinion. I would say leave that off until absolutely necessary. I mean, you get like a minute of jump, but I mean, would you really want to use a minute of jump, or would you rather use like Earthquake or the Stone Slime or something else? I mean, it doesn't really matter how long it is, just because it's not going to take you a full minute to get your troops to jump through the spell and then over into the next compartment. That's really not what's going to happen. So I would definitely say don't do that first, and instead I would go with this. I would do freeze and clone. Freeze and clone are really good right now. Freeze means that you won't have to like request for a max freeze in the CC, and also with the clone, you can clone Electro Dragons. You can start to do YOLOtron, and that's what's really fun. Now, as far as Dark Elixir spells, and this is the last thing that we're going to be talking about, I would definitely say Bats, Poison, your Haste, and your Earthquake. Those are 4 really good ones, and then upgrading your Skelly spells last. Skelly spells are okay, especially if you're using a Suilalo, but again, they're very hard to use, and I might even make a guide on the Skelly spell so that then you guys can really understand the Skelly spell and how to use it properly. Let me know if you guys want to see that in the comments below. And that should do it, guys, for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy and kind of got an understanding of exactly my personal take on this and kind of my thought process. So if you guys did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe for more of my content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss an upload. If you guys want to go ahead and join the Exit Humanity family, I will leave a link down in the description to join their Discord. And also, if you guys want to go ahead and join my community Discord, I'll leave a link down in the description as well. And also, if you guys want to go ahead and follow me on Twitter, feel free. The link to it is in the description below as well. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Corrupt, signing out.